Yo, what's up? It's your boy Cam. I just wanted to jump on here real quick. I had a something I wanted to share or talk about more or less. So me and my daughter was having a conversation. She was talking about AI. AI has been a thing for these last, I say about a big thing for the last maybe 2, 3 years is really becoming a topic of conversation and so forth. And she was talking about how AI has a negative impact on the art community, how people frown upon it. And I wanted to give my viewpoints and share my thoughts on AI. A lot of people was asking me about the usage of AI. And personally, I do not think AI is a bad thing. I think AI is a good thing. And let me explain to you why. First and foremost, I come from a generation of where, you know, traditional mediums such as paper and pencil, charcoal, watercolor, acrylic, all these things made up that an artist chose to use is traditional artists to me. I'm from that. I come from that. You see, you know what I mean? That's where I come from. But as time progresses, as tools and resources have become available to everyone, I feel like it's fair game for traditional artists, for creators to take advantage of the new technology and the resources that are available for people. Now, when that happens, you have people that take advantage or misuse or disrespect or even uh, not use things the right way. That happens in any and everything. The internet. They said the internet was the devil. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much, a lot of negativity on there, but there's a lot of positive references. A lot of people started businesses from the internet, so you can't always say the internet was a bad thing. It's the same thing with AI. Um, I went to college in 2000. 99, 2000 is when we entered into college. And let me tell you, when I started college, Photoshop and Illustrator from traditional artists such as myself was considered the devil. It was a negative thing amongst the community to where they looked at it as it was cheating. It was a form of, why are you using Photoshop and Illustrator? Most artists don't use that. And I beg to differ then because I felt the things and the capabilities and the things that you can do with it. There's things that you cannot traditionally do with the paper pencil that you can do with Illustrator or what you can do with Photoshop. And that was the beauty of it. You're still having the ability to create, but you're doing it on a level that is, you're provided a new tool. I always use the example of when Peter Parker, when Iron Man gave Peter Parker, Spider-Man, Tony Stark gave Peter Parker his Spider-Man suit, his nano suit. And the reason why I use that reference because Spider-Man was already Spider-Man. Spider-Man was already ill. He was already an ill dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, Spider-Man is one of the top strongest characters in the Marvel universe. But when when Iron Man gave him that suit, the one with the extra spider wing, the spider legs that come out on the side, and they even used it in the movie, in the Avengers Endgame movie, where he says, I feel like it smells like a new car. I use that reference because it enhanced Spider-Man. It made him better than what he could do. It enhanced his ability and skill. And that's the same thing when you use Photoshop, when you use Illustrator, when you use AI, it advances your skill level. Anybody can use it, but it's just a matter of how you use it and using it as a tool in a proper way that can make and create some amazing art pieces. It's just how you utilize it and how you put things together. You see what I'm saying? So when I started school back in 2000, Photoshop, Illustrator, there was another program called Quark Express where you use it to create and set the text on images. If you wanted to use, like, if you were doing like an ad, you would design it in Photoshop, design it in Illustrator, and you would bring it in Quark Express. So fast forward now, 20, 25 years later, 25, 30 years later, we have AI. AI is the new Photoshop, the new Illustrator, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like it because they feel like it takes away, it's not traditionally the artist's work and all of these different things. But let me tell you, in a graphic design community, digital artists understand and know this. A lot of y'all might not know because y'all outside of the digital artists community or whatever. You know, you get your flyers, you get your stationery, you get your album cover designs, but y'all don't realize a lot of those elements that are used to create those images, your flyers, your album covers, and all those different things. Those are elements that are implemented into those compositions. Don't think for once that, because a lot of graphic designers do not know how to draw. So don't think for once that graphic artist went in there and just did some shit thinking that they actually drew that or created that. No, a lot of them use clip art. When I was in school, it was a magazine. We got a stock magazine about that thick of clip art that we would scan. We saw something in there that we wanted to use that made sense for whatever the composition that we was putting together, and we would scan that page, crop it, do all these different things, and to use it to create our pieces or whatever, right? So we advance 30, 25, 30 years later. Now we have AI. You still have graphic artists, you still have graphic designers, you still have people that do these things. And let's keep in mind, I'm not even talking about people that know how to draw. I'm just talking about your graphic artists, people that do graphic design that don't know how to draw. Where are they getting these images from? Where are they getting them from? But before AI, you had places like Shutterstock. Shutterstock was a big one. Getty Images. And this is after I just described to you about the magazine. People were pulling these images from now websites, Getty Images, Shutterstock. There was other ones that graphic artists were using from. And sometimes the graphic artist wasn't even purchasing or licensing these images. They were pulling them off the website, taking off the watermark and using them to create these flyers and album covers that you so-called love and use for your benefit or whatever. They were pulling those images off of there, right? It's my daughter. Oh. Come here. Say hey, what's up?
Hello.
I was telling about the AI conversation we was having.
Yo.
Yeah, man. Explaining that to them. But, love you. Good night.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, real quick. Tell them what you told me as far as how people look at your generation looks at AI.
So, I've so I don't know how to describe it. So I've been, I draw a lot, so I'm kind of aware of the art community,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm more of a traditional artist, and
She's more of a traditional artist.
I draw more on paper, and then I have a lot of friends who draw online, but on like animate, and nowadays like using AI to animate, I don't know, like it's very looked down upon, like it's very like it's like shortcutting almost. Like I get using AI as like a better way to, I guess, animate. I don't know how to describe it, but it's very robotic and it's very expressionless if you try to put animate. Like I get I get the idea, I get the idea, but I don't know.
All right, I got you. You're basically saying that it takes away using AI technology, it's not a form of grassroots, it's not like traditional way of doing things, and it takes away from the purists, the people that do draw and all of that stuff and create animate. It takes away from the purists of it. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, like I don't. Yeah.
All right. Good night. So anyway, like I was saying, clip art. I was explaining how clip art, how people were using, or a lot of the not illustrators, graphic artists will use clip art in order to create images and pieces for clients, whether it's flyers, whether it's album covers, whatever. Clip art was the thing that they use. So here we go. Now here we are where in today's time where the development of AI has come upon and developed. People are looking at it sideways like, oh, it's like my daughter just explained, oh, it's taken away from what traditional artists do. And it's the same principle is all I'm saying. End of the day, it's the same principles that is applied from what has been happening from the early 2000s to the mid 2000s all the way to now. It's the same principles. It's just a different medium, a different platform, a different resource to provide for the artists, to provide for creators to use to their own discrepancy. Okay? I think AI gets a negative view because of its being new. And throughout time, throughout the history of how new mediums and new tools and things become available, all of a sudden now, whatever is new at that time is taken away from the purists. You cannot take away, sure, anybody can go on and prompt and do all these different things with AI, but you can tell the difference when someone who really knows the craft, who really understands design and composition versus someone who's just going on there and just creating something and not utilizing it the way that is properly, like the way it's supposed to be used. It's a tool. It's no different from using an Apple iPad, Apple Pencil. It's no different. It's no different from using clip art. It's the same thing. The only difference is instead of me thumbing through a book, trying to find the proper graphic or image that I want to use for my project, I can actually verbally say what it is that I want and what I'm looking for, and it can pull it right up. And if it's not exactly the way that I want it, I can actually refine it. We got to get off this high horse of, oh, he's a purist and all of these other different things. Like, we're past that. We're past that. That idea has left us 50 years ago. Do y'all understand, even back in the 30s and 40s, how they used to put advertisements and images together to the 90s of when they were using actual stock images? If that's the case, they would have thought printing stock images back then was the devil. You notice how every time we would transition to something new, something different, all of a sudden now it's just the worst thing ever. We got to get out of that. A creative is a creative. A creative is going to live and find a way to make it their very own. That's what it's all about. Creating beautiful art and making it your own. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm a traditional artist. If AI was to go away today, best believe I can pull out a paper and pencil and draw my ass off. There ain't no games with me. Like, I love this. I love this. So don't get it twisted. I understand the uses of AI and the technology that we have available to us, but I also understand the essence, the grassroots, the essentials of what it is and what is needed to become an artist. Because I lived it, I breathe it, but I'm not gonna not take advantage of the technology and the things that is provided to us. And all you people that are saying that, y'all are bitter. Y'all some bitter ass, sad, depressed. Oh, you using AI. That ain't traditional artists. What it is, you bitter because you don't understand it. And you never took the time to understand and to advance it and to use it for your ability to create amazing things. I love watercolor. I love pencil art just like the next person. And I have so much appreciation for it. But I also understand we can't stand still. We can't live in the past. We gotta evolve with the times. People ask me how I'm successful in doing what it is that I do, how long I've been doing it. It's because I utilize the things that's available to us. That same artist, that same person that's complaining about, hey, it's just terrible. You have the same ability to create something just like myself or somebody else who wants to create. Y'all on the same level platform to be able to create something. It's what you do with the information and what you do with the technology. I am so sick of people complaining and crying and being bitter about, do something about it. Learn it, because it's not going to stop. It's not going to change. You might as well go with the times. I'd rather be someone that's aware of it and has knowledge of it and can ride the wave versus being somebody that's complaining about it and saying it's taking jobs away from the artists. You have the ability to be a conductor, a producer, someone that knows how to tame and understand the usage of it, the technology and how to build from it. You know what I'm saying? Complaining and crying about it, like, that's not going to fix anything. You get behind the times doing that. I'm a traditional artist. I went to school for graphic design. And what I learned as a graphic designer, graphic artist, I implemented into what I do now as a children's book illustrator. You have a lot of tradition, and there's nothing wrong with doing things the traditional way. And that's my thing. If you want to do it the traditional way, do it the traditional way. If you want to do it the AI way, if you want to take advantage of technology, do it that way. Do it whatever it takes for you to create and put something out into the world to share with everyone, to appreciate it and to touch the hearts of other people based off of what you've created. Do that very thing. Do it. But don't complain about what someone else is doing or how else they do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not peace. That's not what this community, to me, that's not what this community is about. The gift and the beauty of what we do as artists, and myself as an illustrator and graphic artist, the gift that we have to give to the consumer, to the consumer and the world, is we give them choice. We give them ability to choose and pick and choose whatever they find amazing. What I create might not be the next man's cup of tea. How I design, how I draw, illustrate, not be what the other illustrator appreciates. However, the consumer has the ability to pick and choose whatever it is that they like. And that's the beauty of it. Art is subjective, right? So giving them the ability to pick and choose whatever they want means all artists can eat. All artists have the ability to make it in this game. It's just a matter of how you choose to put your art out there. How you choose to share it with the world is what makes a difference. It more or less hurts my feelings, hurts my soul when I hear people say AI is the devil, because we're in that same cycle of what we were 60 years ago, 50 years ago, 20 years ago. And I'm saying people that are saying that are the ones that get left behind. So we got to do better as artists, as creators, to stop judging shit and just create. Just make, because as a community, we share ideas, we bounce different ideas and things off of each other. But we're not doing this I'm not doing this for the next artist. I'm doing this for the consumer. I'm doing this for the person that has appreciation, someone that I can inspire. You know what I mean? And if I inspire another artist, cool. But this is for the people that are out there looking. This is for the masses. This is what we do this shit for. We do it for them. I do this shit for my clients. And whatever it takes, however I can be better, whatever is provided to me, I'm going to take advantage of it. We got to learn business too. You know, I can go on and on about this, but I just wanted to come on and share that. I ain't been on talking for 20 minutes now. This is crazy. But as artists, as creatives, we got to get out of this mindset. And I'm talking to all my traditional artists. We got to get out of this mindset that AI is the devil. AI is not terrible. AI is just the new wave. It's the next level up from where we were 20 years ago. 20, 25, 30 years later, it's going to be something else. We're going to be creating something else, and somebody else is going to complain and say that ain't what it is. That ain't it. Got to keep up with the times, man. We got to develop this thing and grow as creatives and embrace one another versus getting mad at somebody because they choose to use a tool like any other tool that we've acquired over the years. We got to get past that. AI ain't going nowhere. AI has helped me tremendously with what I do. And I am a traditional artist. So I could talk all day about this, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on that. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. If I'm tripping, cool. If you agree with me, cool. At the end of the day, my opinion, AI ain't no different than anything else we've inquired within the last 20 years in terms of being able to create and use the technology that's available given to us. So